Why, hello everyone, I'm LegoDude11. Thank you so much for tuning in to my podcast called It's Raining Studs. This is episode number 9, and here on the channel, this is something I love doing. Every week, every Sunday, you guys can tune in, pop in, or not pop in, I guess it's not live, but just watch this when it airs, and listen to my weekly update. So, this is something I do. If you guys have not been tuning into this is something I do. It's just me. And I'm not really wearing a t-shirt, but at least I'm wearing clothes. And having friends over later today, celebrate Labor Day. But, yeah, just for a cookout, so that's why I'm a little more formal. But, in today's video, I have a lot of topics here to talk about, and I did write them down as I usually do so I can remember. And, my golly, there's a lot of stuff to talk about here today. And, not a lot, just, like, some topics that have happened. And I'm going to kick things off, actually, with the first topic. I'm trying to decide. I'm going to talk about this. I'm going to go in the way I want to do this. So, Lego City. This is the first thing I want to talk about today. So, the game I've been playing is Lego City. And it's really bothering. It's really fun. I talked about this a couple weeks ago in my, I forget what episode it was. But I ranted about Lego Worlds, and that game is just not for me. And in the sense that I like Lego games, but in the sense I like Minecraft as well, but I don't want to. I want to play that game with like a friend or a son or a child, even a child. Whereas this game, Lego City, for me, I'm going to talk about this right now, is that for me Lego City is great. The story is great. I finished the story. The story is ending today. Like, I posted the last video today. Not the day I'm recording this, the day I record these videos usually on a Saturday, and that's the day I'm recording this, and I'm posting this video on a Sunday. So the day you see this video is the same day I'm ending story. So, story was really fun. But now I'm getting to the point where I'm playing free play and free run. And this is where I'm struggling with it, because usually it's supposed to be so easy, and not that video games have to be so difficult and super easy, but this is in the medium where it's like, you don't know what you're doing. I know how to get the collectibles, but I don't know where they are. It shows on the map the different areas, but it doesn't show you like what to get, like where these specific items are. And it's not supposed to be super easy, but usually Lego games try to help you out in that factor, and it's like so strange and confusing, because it's like, okay, aren't Lego games supposed to teach you and help guide you? But no, they just have it so it's like, okay, you spawned out here, and now you have to figure out what to do. And yes, I can find out where these different items are, like, oh, I can see this character, oh, I can see this item, this brick, but I don't know how to get to there. I don't know how to achieve that goal, and it's like, well, very disappointing and very sad, because it's going to take me a while to do that. So, and I try to record some videos, I have some commentary, but it's not working out. So, my mind, after I finish story, I have some more videos of the game, but I think I'm just going to end right now, and in the later future in my life, probably do some more live streams in that sense, because I have a plan in the future when I get my own Lego room and stuff. I'm going to do gaming, a whole lot more gaming, and for you guys here on the channel later in life. But for right now, I'm just going to take a break with this, and I'm going to do more Lego games until Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga comes out. But until then, I'm going to do Fall Guys and the Avengers game when that comes out at Christmas, or when I get it at Christmas time. So I'm just that's my little rant about Lego City. About, like, I'm struggling with that, and I would love to play more of it, but I think my idea of just stopping right now and probably continuing later would be much better, because it was really getting to my nerves, and I'm like, I cannot do this. I uploaded a Fall Guys video last Wednesday, and the video, like, not just uploading it, but playing the game was super fun. It'll be super relaxing just to play that, and I think just going over to that is going to be a lot more fun. I'll talk about that on next week's video. Next week's podcast episode, I'll talk more about Fall Guys, but for now, let's get on to the next subject today, and that happens to be that happens to be Muppets Now. There's going to be there's going to be a TV show update and a movie update of the week, because I wanted to talk about the new show I've been watching, about the Muppet Show. Alright, just make sure I'm doing that. So I've been watching this Muppet Show on Disney Plus. It's called Muppets Now. I'm also going to go into other parts. So earlier this summer in quarantine, I watched 2 Muppet movies. I watched the Muppets movie that came out in 2011, and then I watched Muppets Most Wanted. Those are the 2 that I think, I don't know are the best, but those are the most recent Muppet movies. They have not made any since. They've made a Muppet TV show. I also watched the Muppet TV show, the season that came out in 2015, I believe it was. And that was decent, and it seemed to be funnier than this TV show that they made now. It's called Muppets Now. It's out on Disney Plus. All the other Muppet things are on Disney Plus, but this is an exclusive Disney original or Disney Plus original for the Muppet Show. It's called Muppets Now. There are really funny parts, and then there are other parts that aren't that funny. Like parts with Swedish Chef aren't that funny. Parts with Miss Piggy aren't that funny. Like, I don't laugh out loud funny. Like, they're ha-ha jokes, but I'm like, okay, that's great. That's hysterical. Like, Miss Piggy's just talking about fashion and stuff I don't care about. And Swedish Chef is doing cooking with these famous chefs, and it's really dumb because he doesn't even make the dish correctly. Like, it's like, oh, make this dish. Make the dish. And he, like, just tries to be better, and he just takes, like, these random chickens, and, like, it's really weird. So, I hate it. I hate that part. But I guess hate is a strong word. I dislike that part. But then the parts with like Pepe the lobster, Pepe the king prawn, and I don't know why I'm doing this, but Pepe the king prawn, and what's the other part I laughed at? Honeydew and Beaker parts with their science experiments are hilarious. So I do enjoy those parts. But this show, I mean, Muppets Now, like I've been a fan of the Muppets since I was young, and I just think that it's funny. But it's not the funny, like, if you grew up with the Muppets, it's not as funny as what you would expect. So, I would recommend it to people who are fans of the Muppets. If you have never seen the Muppets, I don't know. I wouldn't waste your time with it. It's not the best. But, anyway, I've started watching that, and that's my review on it. Like, I like those parts. I dislike the part. Those are the parts I dislike. So, that's my topic of Muppets Now. I would talk about it more. I mean, I just, you know, again, the other thing about the show is that Kermit's in it, but not a lot. Like in the show, the Muppet Show in 2015, I feel like each character had their own like not development, that's not the right word, like segments. Like, okay, here's this character talking, here's this character, here's this character. In this new show, Muppets Now, it's like they have their own segments, like Honeydew and Beaker. Swedish Chef has his own moment. Miss Piggy. I'm trying to think of who else. Who did I mention? Pepe the King Prawn has his own game show, and Kermit is in it, but Kermit's not in it a whole lot. And I feel like if you have a Muppet Show, you have to have Kermit more. And Kermit's only in it for like a minute or 2, and it's not that exciting. Like they try to do it because they're in quarantine, and they try to upload videos, and it tries to make it exciting. Actually, there was one episode where Kermit was in it for like 15 minutes, but I don't think it's. Also, Walter's in it, and Deadly is in it. Deadly from the first Muppets movie in 2011. But I just can't. Like, if you have a Muppet Show, Kermit has to be in it more. But that's just me. Anyway, let me know if you guys have seen the show, and let me know in the comments below if you guys have and what you think of it. Those are my thoughts, and it's okay. I mean, I don't know what I would say is better. I think the show in 2015 was a little bit better because, again, it was funnier. They had more guests on. I think I like that one more. I don't think the show is going to continue. If it continues next year, I'm going to be shocked. But that's my thoughts on Muppets Now. The next topic we're going to talk about is... Actually, I'm going to save the movie of the week for the next topic. Let's go ahead and talk about the LEGO CMF. So, I did see a rumor... And these videos have been coming out for the past couple weeks here on the new CMF series for next year. And if you guys don't know, these LEGO CMF figures are collectible minifigures. And CMF is known as collectible minifigures. You can also call them LEGO Minifigure series, like LEGO Minifigure series. But here, that was really weird. The next year, people have someone, I think it was 1414 Falcon fan, or the Brick Fanatic, not 1414 the Brick Fanatic said, I was going to read the article to you, but you can just look it up for yourself. Just look up Lego Looney Tunes. One of the Lego CMF series for next year is supposed to be Lego Looney Tunes. And not that I'm on the edge of my seat, but it's really cool because I am really excited because I love collecting these. And I'm going to tell you something else here just in a minute. But Lego Looney Tunes for me is something different and unique, or Looney Tunes in Lego is something very unique and something different, something I've never seen. My parents grew up with Looney Tunes, so for me to collect them and me to have them, it would be really cool. So just the different characters like Bugs Bunny, that'd be so cool. Daffy Duck, Pepe Le Pew, Roadrunner, Wile E. Coyote, the pig guy. I forget what the pig's name is, but anyway, maybe who's the other guy? Woody Woodpecker. I think he's Looney Tunes, right? Woodstock. That'd be super cool. And the Tasmanian Devil, so super cool. To be Elmer Fudd as well, and the Sasquatch guy, not Sasquatch. I forget the other guy. But anyway, it would just be so cool because I love collecting the minifigures, right? I'm so happy. I'm so excited for the Harry Potter series 2. I'm getting so hyped to go look for those, and I get so hyped to go look for all of them. And next year, if those come out, I'll be just so happy to collect them and show my parents, like, hey, guess what? They made Looney Tunes figures, so that'd be cool. And I also heard that the next one, they're going to make a Looney Tunes series. They're going to make Minifigure Series 22, or no, 21, and then, which is just going to be random figures, and then probably a Star Wars one. Maybe a Star Wars one. I can't remember. They won't make a Marvel one, but it's rumored to be Star Wars or something, another branded theme. So that's cool. But I'm super stoked for the Looney Tunes series. So it's just something that'll be really cool and out of the ordinary, because usually they make like Disney or Disney or what else, Harry Potter or Simpsons and Lego Movie, but you know they can't do Lego Movie, they can't do Simpsons. I guess they could do Simpsons 3, but I don't know. I just feel like Looney Tunes. Also, they yesterday they announced that there might be 12 spots, not 16 spots for the minifigures. Usually there's 16, but now they said there might be 12. And honestly, and last year they rose the price up in 2020, early 2020, they rose the price up to $5.99 or no, $4.99 to the figures themselves. So I don't know. I think 12 spots might be okay. But yeah, it's just, if Lego Looney Tunes happens, it'll be so different and so unique to Lego themselves. And I don't know why I heard a couple people say, this is dumb, this is stupid, but I'm like, but if there are adults out there that love Looney Tunes, and for myself to collect these things that I like, the Bugs Bunny would be super cool to have, and these different characters that are unique to other generations, it'd be cool to have. And you know, my parents would be would kind of like these character Lego figures. So not to have themselves, but I think it would be cool that they exist. So anyway, that's my thoughts on Lego Looney Tunes that has been rumored to happen. I hope it happens, because it would just be a great experience for Lego and people in general. For non-Lego fans, it would be awesome to have, being an awesome thing to happen. So next up is the movie of the week, and this is It. Yes, It Chapter 1. I did watch It Chapter 1 and It Chapter 2. I'm going to talk about both, actually. This is rated R. If you guys have not seen this, it was totally random. It was out of the ordinary. I think I've said that before in this video, but it was really out of the ordinary. I did not expect to watch this movie. I wanted to watch the first one. I did not expect to talk about this movie on this podcast, but I did watch it. So I did talk about the Hellboy movie about a couple weeks ago, maybe a few weeks ago on this podcast, and that was rated R as well. But I'm just on a rated R watching spree, and there are a few, like, I want to watch John Wick soon. I've not seen John Wick, and I heard it's really good. It's rated R as well, but this week I watched both It movies. I'm going to talk about the first one. I watched It all the way through, and then the second one I did not watch all the way through. I fast forwarded through points, and I just watched like the scary moments. The scary moments aren't even that scary. They're just like, if you're like not into scary movies, and if you find it scary, that's your that's you. That's your opinion. And if you don't like scary clowns, that's probably another reason you find it scary. Or if you don't like clowns, that might be another reason you find it scary. But for me, I was going into it knowing it was a clown, and also that it was going to be scary. I didn't find it that scary. The first one was phenomenal. I loved it because of the kids. I knew Finn Wolfhard was in it, so I knew him from Stranger Things. The kid from Shazam was in it. Not Billy Batson, but his friend was in it, who played his friend in the Shazam movie. So that was cool. And then just the fact that it had kids in it was cool. The second one, just the adults playing them, it just didn't seem as good. But I'm trying to think, like, the first one I watched all the way through. I loved it. I loved the scary moments. Like, the scary moments just brought it all to life. Like, the monsters and how they affects. How it was, like, so scary and so intense. Like, I didn't get that scared, but, like, how scary it felt. It was just so great. And, but the second one, like, the first one for me, like, I loved all the scary moments and just how intense it was. But the second one, it just didn't give me, like, the scary moments were there, but I had to fast forward through it because the first hour of it was trash, and the development was awful. And I don't like to rant, and I don't like to criticize movies, but the second one just didn't give me enough, like, oh yeah, that's awesome. And the first one did. Like, the first one had moments, like, every single scene, I think, really brought me on the edge of my seat, really brought me to want to watch it more. The second one didn't do that for me, and, like, I gotta stop. And then after, like, the next night, I woke up, I'm like, I gotta watch the end, but I had to fast forward to the end, like, to end battle. And then I finished it, and I'm like, alright, and I won't watch that again. But I would watch the first one again, so, I mean, I keep saying it. The movie, ha ha ha, that's hilarious, I just thought of my own joke. The movie, it was okay, ha ha ha. No, I'm sorry, I'm just making that up. But, no, seriously, it was really good. I'm sorry I'm wasting time, I'm just thinking here. But yeah, I loved that it was rated R. I loved I know this is a strange thing to talk about, but I loved how in the first one the kids just kept swearing and made it funnier and funnier, and I thought it was like a very humorous movie. Like, horror and humor goes really well together, in my opinion. I thought it worked really well. Like, how they kept swearing and how they were just, like, scared. Not the fact that you should be scared, like, them being scared is funny, but just the fact that, oh my god, like saying the F word continuously was just kind of funny. Like, oh my gosh, we're gonna die! But, I don't know. It was humorous. It was scary. To see the scary parts were funny. So, I don't know. That's my thought on it. If you've not seen it, go watch it. If you're not allowed to watch rated R movies, again, it's really weird for me to talk about rated R movies in this podcast because it's the Lego podcast, but that's just the movie I watched, and really unique. So, yeah, we have a couple more things to talk about in this podcast here. Let me just do one quick thing. And if you guys are wondering, I did finish my set review. I did finish the set review, but here is Ahsoka. If you guys did not see the set review, here is the Ahsoka minifigure. I love this minifigure a lot. So, that's the set, that's the minifigure I got from the AAT set, the Armored Assault Tank set I did get a while back, or not a while back, just last week, but I love this minifigure a lot. It's one of my top 10 figures of 2020. So, yeah, I have the set review up on my channel. Go watch that. Last week I did talk about I got this set at Walmart about a week ago. So, yeah, it's super exciting. And, yeah, I just wanted to share the minifigure with you. And go check out the set review now out on the channel. And, a lot of fun. I do love that I have that set. I'm not going to be getting the 501st set, though, just that set because I wanted to get Ahsoka. So, there you go. That's my update on that set, the AAT set. And the last two topics of today, the second to last topic, is called my Christmas wish list. You guys might be thinking, Christmas already? What the heck? It's September. I know. Crazy, right? Well, no, it's not. I don't know why I was talking like that, but no. I do have things on my mind. I mean, I guess everybody does, right? My birthday was in May. It's always in May. And now we're getting to Christmas, just about 4 months away here. So I know that might seem crazy to think, like, Lego dude, why would you be thinking about Christmas so soon? And, or so early, a little bit too early. But no, I mean, I think it's good to think about it. And I want to know, like, what I want to ask for and, like, what I'm anticipating for later this year. So, if you guys were wondering, what was I looking forward to? So, things I was looking forward to this fall was picking up this girl right here. That sounds weird. I was picking up this girl. But no, I was picking up this minifigure here, Ahsoka, which is one of the figures I was wanting for fall of 2020, and now I have that in my collection. So what else do I want? Actually, I don't have it here written down. I don't know why I picked that up. Well, I do want one of the things I'm really looking forward to is getting a minifigure wall, and I'm going to put it actually in my room or maybe down here. I cannot decide where I want it actually, but I do want to get this for Christmas. It's going to be like I don't know how wide it's going to be. It's going to just be a minifigure wall though. It's going to display a lot of my minifigures. Mainly what I'm going to do is I have a bin over here where my Lego bins are. I do have, actually, what time is it? Okay, just making sure the time is good. I do have a bunch of minifigures, and I think you guys remember me going through with this, my bin of minifigures, like just rummaging through the bin of minifigures, and it was totally random video, but it was a totally random video, and I just made it, and I have a whole bunch of minifigures in that bin, but I'm gonna let them sit there, keep them there for a little while longer, and I'm going to just get this minifigure wall, and it's going to display all my CMF minifigures, because I think I have them sitting on my dresser, because these ones are just sitting in a bin, not collecting dust, not doing anything, which is fine, but I'll display them at some point when I have a Lego room, but for now, I'm going to display my CMF minifigures, or Lego Collectible Minifigures series minifigures, and yeah, I really want to do that because I love those minifigures so much. I treasure them. I love the CMF ones, and having them on display would be awesome. So that's one of the things I want, and because they're just collecting dust on my dresser, and I don't think they don't have any significance. But yeah, I'll definitely display my other minifigures later. But like the ones on the table I have with these sets over here are with the sets. The ones in the bins are obviously not built up with the sets, but I can display those later. So that's one of the things I want to get for Christmas here. But the other things are as you guys know, I mentioned this before, and I think I said this on a couple other podcast video episodes, is the Marvel's Avengers game, the Square Enix Avengers game. I'm so looking forward to. I actually today did look up a video about the game. I have not seen any. I've seen the beta gameplay. The only gameplay I know of is the gameplay from the beta. I don't know anything else about the game. I do know about the treasure. I do know about the what's the word I'm looking for? The main story of stuff. I know the concept. I know the concept of the game, but I don't know how they're pieced together. That's what I'm trying to look for. I don't know how they're pieced together. Like certain elements of the game are put together. I just know the main concept of the game. Like I don't know if I want to spoil. MODOK. MODOK is the main villain of the game, and he is part of the corporation or company called AIM, and he is that's the Avengers. He creates the company called AIM, or I guess he doesn't create it. Justin Hammer does, but I don't think Justin Hammer's in the game. But anyway, there's just a whole variety of stuff going on, and I can't wait to play it on the channel at Christmas time. I'm super excited for that. So yeah, it's going to be a wild ride, and just the game itself. So anyway, back to my story. I was going to say I looked up the video today at all the boss battles. So I guess I do know all the boss battles in the game, but there's one boss battle in particular I'm super excited for, or like villain in the game I'm super excited for. I'm just super excited for the game in general. The game looks awesome. It reminds me of like certain villain, like the Batman game, like the Arkham games, like different villains you fight throughout the game, but then like you have the main boss at the end. I mean, it's super similar to like a Marvel game of Batman, and I know that's super weird to compare it to that, but it just feels like a live action. Like in Lego games, like you have like certain boss battles, like, oh, here's Abomination, oh, here's I'm trying to think who's the Taskmaster, but Taskmaster's in the game, but I'm trying to think, like, here's Abomination, here's Magneto. Magneto's not in the Avengers game, but I'm trying to, like, give you guys some, like, input in, like, how I think, like, the games work, because there's not been, like, a live-action Marvel game like this in quite some time, and there's been Spider-Man PS4, but Spider-Man PS4 was a solo game, and I'm excited. I'm not on the edge of my seat for Spider-Man Miles Morales, because it's coming out on, I think it's coming out on PS4 and PS5, but anyway, I'm just more excited for the Avengers game because I've been looking forward to that during all of 2020. So I want to ask for the display piece, the minifigure display case, and the Avengers 2020 Marvel's Avengers game. And then you might be asking, what else do you want? Well, what else do I want? And I'm going to answer that right now. I do want the Iron Man art set, the Lego art set. That's Iron Man. I've been so interested in that ever since it was rumored and released. Yeah, it's 3,000 pieces, but it's over 3,000 pieces, but it's $120, and I think that would be awesome to ask for, and I'm super stoked for it. I cannot wait to build it here on this channel, and I'm actually going to probably build it off camera. I might do live streams. I don't know. I'm probably debating on building it off camera and just doing a review of it, but I think it'll go way faster for me. I think I'm just going to build it off camera. I would love to do a live stream of it, but I think building it off camera and just taking pictures of it and showing how I progress, I think that would be cool. Just showing how I progress each week or each day, something like that would be better and more fun. So that's one of the things I want to ask for as well. And yeah, so that's the other thing I want to ask for, and then the last thing I want to ask for is, well, those three things, and then I'm also thinking about asking for a complete set of the Lego Harry Potter minifigure series. I'm debating on whether to feel for them or get a complete set for Christmas, because that's the next series that I want, but I don't know if I should get all of them or a certain number of them, because they all look so cool, and the series is really good. And I'm not doubting myself. I stand by what I've said before. I love every single CMF series that they make because I cherish them. I cherish the minifigures. I cherish any minifigure. I cherish just Ahsoka minifigure. I cherish, the Flintstones minifigures. They may not be the best, but I love the Friends minifigures, right? I love, yeah. It's just. Not all minifigures are the best, but when they make one, it's like you don't have to be crappy about it. You don't have to like put Lego down like, oh, this is trash. Like, why do you make 5,000 Abe agents? And I can see people's opinions on things, but it's just that's what they wanted to do. That's just what Lego wanted to do. But that's one of the things I'm looking for. Debating on whether to get them at the store. I'm gonna go to the store here in a couple weeks here and look for the Harry Potter ones, but those are the three things I want on my wish list. I also forgot about talking about the last topic of the day. So those are all the things I want on my wish list. I also want the Lego Darth Maul figure, about the book. But worry about that later. It's not really on my wish list right now. But those are the three things I want on my wish list. Wow, that was a lot to talk about. Let's get on to the last topic for today. There is no feedback for today, but I'm going to talk about this last thing here. They have released some Lego sets. So one of the Lego sets that they revealed was is the Diagonally set that has like 5,000 pieces, and I'm not getting it, but it looks awesome. I love all the detail on it. It just looks amazing. Each section of Diagonally looks really cool. I watched a review of it. I'm not getting it, but you guys can look it up if you want. It's on Lego's website. Excuse me. None of the minifigures really interest me, just the different aspects of it. It does look a lot like Universal's Diagonally, which it just kind of gave me nostalgia to, because I went there about when I was 10 years old or so. And and really nostalgic to that factor. But they did make I did see a review of the Razor Crest set, and the only thing I would want from the Razor Crest is the Baby Yoda figure, and that does look so cute, so adorable. But unfortunately, I think I'm gonna pass on it. I'm gonna pass on the set, and all I would want is Baby Yoda. And then just a couple of days ago, they did review an NCS or UCS or Master Builder set that's a Cantina, the Mos Eisley Cantina, and it's like huge. It has 3,000 pieces, and it's going to be like $300, and it comes with a lot of the aliens from the Mos Eisley Cantina set from A New Hope. It has your core characters like Chewbacca, Han Solo, R2-D2, C-3PO, Luke, and it comes with a big build. It comes with a lot of the aliens. It comes with the Sand Trooper. It comes with the little guy, the horse, alien horse, not the horse, like the green guy, green animal that they ride on the desert in Tatooine. But it also comes with, this is my biggest draw, or the biggest draw for me that I want is called, what's his name? The Imperial Spy. And the Imperial Spy, he has like this gas mask, kind of looks like I kind of refer to him like as the mouse, the Star Wars guy that looks like a mouse, because he has like this gas mask that goes down like this, and he goes whack, 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 whack. And I always loved playing as him in the Lego Star Wars game, the Complete Saga. I always loved that level with him, and I cannot wait to play as him in the Skywalker Saga. That's going to be tons of fun. I can't wait to play as him. I can't wait to see him in that game, because he's just an awesome character. But now they're making him in actual Lego form, and that's really disappointing, because I thought if I could just get my hands on him at some point, like if he's on eBay, I don't want the whole set. I just want him. Like, I'm not trying to be greedy, but I just always love that character, and I'm like, if I could get my hands on him, that would be just sweet. So anyway, that's my little rant on that set. And those are the Lego sets that came out. I kind of like the Diagonally, but it's just not my cup of tea. I love the architecture, right? I love the design that they made. I'm not going to get it because it's really expensive, but I love watching the reviews. I love that Lego made it. It's just really detailed, and kudos to them for making that. I mean, congratulations for them to make that. And the Cantina looks awesome as well in all of these sets, like the Razor Crest, right? I really want Baby Yoda, so I'm going to keep my eye out for that. I'm going to keep my eye out for Baby Yoda. I'm going to keep my eye out for the Imperial Spy whenever it comes out. And the UCS Cantina will come out the September 16th. Not but September 16th. So stay tuned or keep your eye out for that set if you really want the new Cantina set. That's a UCS or Master Builder set. So it's going to be like 3,000 pieces. So stay tuned for that. And also, thank you guys for watching this podcast. This was episode 9 of my podcast. It's Raining Studs. Don't forget to leave a like down below. Subscribe to the channel Lego Duo 11 if you did enjoy this podcast. Don't forget to leave a like down below. Subscribe. Follow me over on Instagram at Lego Boba Fett Jedi Master for more Lego content like this that we just talked about here today. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, follow me. Don't forget to keep calm and play Lego. I'll see you guys on the next podcast episode coming next week. Don't forget to watch it then. Stay tuned for the next one next week. Don't forget to like, subscribe, follow me, keep calm, and play Lego. Bye everyone. Peace out. Bye.